the Emma save. That kind of gives us a little bit of a peek of what they might do. Guru, by the way, I love the Angela hover, even if they don't plan to play. Just like giving the shout.
Don't do the Angela. Chat, don't do the Angela. Don't do the Angela.
But DARKZERO,
if he does the Angela, I'm gonna go outside and touch
it to be banned. They have other things up their sleeve because Kurova is so flexible. But Adam and Jeff banned. Look at, he hasn't locked in yet. He's like, well, dang. I guess I'll go to Invisible Woman. Yeah, that's what I expected there.
That's what I'm talking. Listen, listen. He has a good Angela, chat, and I'm not saying he's a bad player, but in a tournament, the last time we watched it happen, it didn't go well.
Also, keep your eyes on DARKZERO, usually using these
didn't go well, bro.
Onto the Emma Frost, because Madara is such a good Emma Frost, and if it's usually not the Emma, Madara would have to be forced to go onto the Doctor Strange. But we start off another series here on Celestial Huskozy.
Oh god, we gotta watch Celestial.
This is always such a chaotic map. From the grand finals now to day one, we saw a good battle there between Nemesis and Fly on this exact map. Again, it's October, it's spooky season. It's very appropriate here.
I wonder what kind of game mode they're gonna come out with.
They've got people dressing up. We got the crowd here dressed up as
Halloween.
Jeff the baby land sharks. We'll have to see though.
Why does he keep saying? Why does he keep calling Jeff a baby shark, bro? Every time he says that, it goes into my.
I'm so excited.
It goes in my head, bro.
As our teams are also looking to punch their ticket into Hotland of themselves as we come out of the gates already with a Doctor Strange portal with Unoven.
All right, portal out here, jumping right into the aggressiveness is going to be RAD here, taking up on the high ground. Quick switch over. Love the instant positioning from the team. Amazing knows the task ahead of him, throwing the trains.
Ooh, wait a minute.
With him now, putting the snowflake on impunity so he can go do his thing against.
This is looking like a pretty even. One team has Adam Warlock, the other team has a Ultron. That's like the only difference. Actually, Invisible too. No. Both teams have Ultron. Invisible and one team has
from both
Res.
sides. You can hear them like a chorus in the background while Gale takes the skies over onto this Ultron. No point flip just yet. RAD having a little bit more extension here as DARKZERO are trying to split up this attention, jumping up on the high ground.
Folks smashing, teams clashing. It's close now to RAD getting this thing now, jumping right into it. Right, Mason's trying to get this out of there. That's a huge. Oh wow, this is staying there from him.
Yo, RAD ESPORTS taking the first fight away from DARKZERO.
First, that's already a good momentum changer for this team. Getting the
first dirty hot water for 8 months. I appreciate it, my friend. How you doing?
Bubble, by the way, before he jumped out, literally by a pixel. He has his boost banner right now, but it's just a matter of time with DARKZERO moving up and the extermination to open up this fight from Smash.
Now we'll see here now as Guru pushing in. Frozen and Fabulous is Emma Frost now with, look at the good.
Is Gale really not using a face cam and he's giving a hand cam?
Rotates down as the Hulk pushes forward. And, oh, it was close. Once again, these Hulks are getting away with it. Time and time again with 0 health, back to full. Extermination out. Age of Gale continues. Punishing the team, healing his own now as both Gamma
Yeah, but chat, this isn't your Twitch stream, bro.
Happening from Guru, having all
like, look at Guru. He looks good. Pink chair. It looks like a diva chair. Looking good. Chewing gum. What the fuck is that?
Show up response from Forky Dog, Vicky.
What the?
Here too. Nice whale coming down to allow Velocity to get stunned, but he had that fatal bolt roll to keep everybody alive. But Frozen onto impunity as Gilbert Noodle up on the high ground has a karmic revival, bringing everybody back. Bedtime story. You see these things getting taken down, but DARKZERO have to pinpoint where Gilbert Noodle is as he also has that passive.
What a sneaky little ult there. That's an incredible job from Gilbert, bringing this team back alive in this thing, but it is 11% in climbing. DARKZERO was able to get this right back. Ults wise, Madara does have the seduction. Close up is going to be Gale, but they can get the pressure pushing forward, but it's Amazing. King of Duelists, King of the Sea here now pushing forward. Good pressure on the back line. Gale has that extermination ready to pop. He is going to use it now, and it's going to be in combination with Monster Hulk. It's Gamma God and the Age of Ultron pushing down on both teams now. Smash matching that as well from DARKZERO. It's going to be Bedtime Story getting the laugh and Gilbert getting out.
Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die, Velocity. Don't die, Velocity. You got this.
It first, but it was a lot more aggressive versus Smash versus defensive Ultron.
That's tough.
And Amazing does find Gale in the process.
Oh, Amazing, bro. You're better than that. You're better than that. What was that, bro? Please take this face cam off. It's scaring me. It's scaring the children.
Still happening for DARKZERO.
Yeah, trying to get wave, wipe, and win. The Whales are not connecting this time around from either Namors as they match each other. Look at Bedtime Story, the cat going wild. Just absolutely celebrating what is the chaos of this matchup so far. 66-63. We knew we were in for a good one. The grand finale, Luna says it best with the show up, keeping people alive. Gilbert was clutch on the last resurrection. Vicky, let's see if his positioning's timing right, giving the aggression there as Guru goes down.
I don't know how DARKZERO still managed to even hold this point. That's crazy.
Already at 85% though, and Smash is going to be able to restabilize everyone, get a lot more aggressive, build up the space, and waste more time.
Remember, chat, Smash is a DPS player that's playing on console. So, I mean, not console, a controller, which is fucking crazy.
Guru just chewing the gum, the confidence. He's chill. He knows what he needs to do. Team jumping in and ready. Don't want the body blocks.
100 Thieves plays the last game. So two more games.
To screen melt this team as Kurova, good positioning and good freeze there. Once again, from the Hulk, Gale pushing in, Whale goes out, connection down.
Look how good Rymazing looks.
No eliminations as Rymazing setting up his cave of the team.
And then we go back to this face cam. God damn it. Look how good Rymazing looks.
The best time possible.
That's a death cave right there too. You do not want to contest if you want to be met with those squids on the other side in the support.
And then we go back to this.
Sustain from Smash. DARKZERO in the driver's seat at 99%. And RAD with Guru having that Eye of Agamotto coming up soon. Have to decide whether they want to try to invest in this now as they try to push all the way up. Bedtime Story staying alive to reposition.
Yeah, trying to drown them out here. Blessing the Deeps have been used, but look at that cave of Rymazing continues to punish. Guru's down.
Oh, he's locked, bro. He's locked.
Dog is going to keep this team up somewhat. The portal has been used. Guru does fall with the ultimate. It's brutal. Where goes down? Can he get into the cave? No, not enough here, Vicky. They cannot get this point right back. Has to stay on it. Guru takes a long walk
there's just so much happening, but also at the same time,
DARKZERO is looking to
nothing's happening.
Not even the will could force him out of that cave. Once you saw Rymazing set up there, he literally could not get evicted. That was insane pressure just based off of their positioning alone to play off that low ground.
I quite literally drowned him out, right? Like, just put up Atlantis and then did the rest. I mean, that was such
I don't know why
rotation
every
and
first
from that
game
team.
is on this map. Maybe it's just like that because
want that one back.
Makes it very consistent. All the teams know what map they're playing first.
Trying to change things up from what they did run in the seeding stage. They had a good start, Vicky. Got to continue to figure this thing out.
And breaking this down too, with Unknown coming in, you have to imagine the conversation that we had, Cozy, going into the series, talking about having a lot more diverse Vanguard picks that they could lean into. This is working out. They have the Hulk, yes, they have the Namor coming out. Gilbert Noodle, on
someone mentioned peanut butter in my chat earlier. Now I really just want to eat peanut butter. Is that weird?
Still at least stays on the Atom going into this next round. But DARKZERO, the stall that was there for them just prevented RAD from even flipping the point, despite having these individual pickoffs that they had.
Well, if they want time to reset, it came at a great time here as we get things locked and loaded once again. But yeah, no, that's a good point, Vic. And I think when it came down to it, it was the second rotation of ultimates that just did not go in favor at all in terms of RAD and what they want to put together. A team that we actually gave a lot of praise to for how good the comms were and landing things when needed. But right now, I think the story is, well, first of all, we'd love to know kind of what's going on with the sub-in. We would love to see, you know, kind of what's going on there. But other than that,
but I think in the house, I only have
Pizza
creamy.
Demon is a hard player to replace. The Hulk v Hulk matchup, the pressure has been immense though.
What if it's just because they want to prioritize maybe Gilbert having an Atom and Pizza maybe not having as strong of an Atom, considering his pool is that Jeff, which did get banned out, but it's not why he just came in as a sub, but the Ultron and Loki too. Whereas we do see Gale popping off on the Ultron, and
Jay, why is there no timeout vote in the game?
Atom, so they have that flexibility.
Chat,
they could lean into.
This is a $250,000 bracket, which whoever is the top 4 teams go to $1 million bracket. I'm sorry, but there's going to be no timeouts in the game because it's just ranked.
What set up in that cave alone? They have to be able to not only figure out, okay, well, if we don't have to worry about the Atom anymore, no more resurrections are going to come.
The iconic Ronin for 7 months. Appreciate it.
End of this cave right now in this first point.
That's a great point. And, you know, looking at it too, it just feels like You know, you said it best. Obviously, it's good to have your end gods there on Ultron. We've seen a lot of teams do that, Speeder and whatnot. But I think
timeouts might be good if like someone maybe disconnects, but I don't see. I think a lot of people would abuse it and probably just use timeouts to just time out, make the game longer. If you're winning a game, I think if you're winning a game, a lot of people might use a timeout just to like troll. I don't know. Also, yeah, games are too short. It's not Valorant games go like 30-40 minutes probably. Like Marvel Rivals games go for like 10-15 minutes.
Mara do have the combo to set up if they'd like to go with that. These whales have not connected thus far on either team.
Hey, yo, they've been trying to. A lot of stun potential here, too, with these freezes that we've also seen between Forkydog and Velocity is Guru. With the diamond pulled out and the follow-up on the strategist, they take out Velocity and Madara in the process. Kurova falling incredibly low as our Amazing's the next to fall. And this is going to be the point going to RAD Esports first here. But the stock comes out between Impunity.
That cold-blooded nature of Guru doesn't even have a facial expression change as he gets 3 limbs. Just another day at the office. Bedtime Story continuing to push forward. Even with what they just did, DARKZERO's at 25% and climbing. Extermination from Smash and the Whale. A lot coming at them there. Good rotation from Bedtime Stories. Guru trying to get people looking at him as Gale throws down the combo with it. It's going to be the Monster Hulk. They're sending all the cues. They got to get something out of this, but instead, Gale falls. That's brutal for this team, Vicky.
That's a fact with RAD.
Damn, DARKZERO still holding this point.
Stalling for as long as possible. The Born Again rings out in the arena from
pretty good, chat.
They can get a lot more aggressive this time around, and Onovan is going to be able to now get right back over to the Hulk. But look at this. They that's
what pro play is really good about doing. A lot of pro players or even pro teams, even though if they get like they lose a person or two, they have a really good fucking stall on the point. Because you can't forget, chat, the objective of the game is to hold the point as long as you can and try to win.
Resilience as Madara is pushing forward. Oh my, colors just exploded the screen. Graphics cards are melting. The Agamotto is sending, and with it, no connection.
Ooh, that was a smart play to try to block off the heals.
This team has continued to look more put together than in seeding, but right now it's 77% over to the side of DARKZERO, looking like the unstoppable
team. My God! Oh my God! When Hulk players do that, that is satisfying to watch. Holy shit!
Opportunity jumping right on top of that backline while he was getting just pushed and pulled. Bedtime Story then follows onto Velocity. No strategist left for the sustain, but DARKZERO minus Smash here alone, and with 95.
Damn, they finally lost it, but there's already 97%.
A fight that lasted forever.
Wow, and they played it well, but yeah, I mean, what a strong defensive hold there from DARKZERO in terms of the sustain. Great job now as Bedtime Stories knows they have to play aggressive and perfect at that. Gilbert and Noodle is going to have to hang on to this thing as long as possible. And they just have to try to win here in the neutral, Vic, if you're going to try to get this to 99. Can't use it all in one go. Damage shields out to rotate. Good positioning. Bedtime Story does have the whale. We'll see if he can find the opening.
With the win condition being that Karmic Revival and Bedtime Story getting frozen at the hands of Velocity.
Do you think new Namor team up is going to be more powerful? I'll let you know tomorrow. I haven't tried it yet. I tried it in the practice range, but and like a game on the preview server, but
with the extermination, Impunity getting called out as Guru gets the roundhouse kick. He gets the choke slam while he's at it.
I think if people focus the squids, I don't think it's going to be good. And I'm talking about the 2 squids he can actually put down.
But look at what DARKZERO is about to roll out with.
Okay, all right, Guru.
I don't think the squids are going to be maybe all that too powerful.
Bring more of it if he's going to continue to win this fight and charging. Yeah, 64% going over to the side of RAD, but right now I'm looking worried for what DARKZERO has with Kurova and Velocity. Just so much pressure. They're gonna have to play perfect here. Forkydog right behind it. Gilbert's got to find positioning to help the team, but also be available for the rest. Passive is surely ready, and there's the blessing. That's a good pop early.
Definitely be able to start off this fight here too strongly as they're going to be able to move right back around. RAD holding on to these ultimates even better, even with this extermination that's trying to get more space for the benefit of DARKZERO. Psionic Seduction from Guru now is going to try to bring everybody together. It does catch Amazing in the process. No whale coming down, but as he overextends here, Madara finds Guru. Born Again brings him right back around. Overtime ticking away, but in favor of RAD, who had flipped this point from 0 originally, and the squids have been set up here too. Extermination to keep them alive here from RAD, and now you have the dance off from Velocity and the fate of both worlds. And even with the Sonic Seduction, Kurova cannot stay alive. Here comes the wheel crashing down, but it only finds Guru.
I mean, just teamwork straight out of the playbook. You cannot script this type of comeback now as Bedtime Stories looks to get close to elimination. There's Amazing looking for the back flank. Bedtime Stories rotating.
Oh shit, Chad. Who do you guys think is gonna win?
Gotta get rid of those squids.
Who do you? Oh, I think DARKZERO wins. They just have ults. RAD0 has no ults, bro. Oh my god, what a hit!
Bad. They need to rotate. Guru already on the Strange. Portal's gonna be out any moment, but this is gonna be a tough momentum to fight against.
I think this is GG, chat. This is GG. Yeah. I think oof. Ult economy, man.
Touch the point as DARKZERO win the first game.
Wow. Wow. I mean,
ult economy, chat. I mean, I don't know. It was literally last fight. Rad had no ults.
Good job from them. And Rad, I will say, Rad looks cleaner, at least right now, Vic, than they did in the seeding against these, top teams.
Yeah, Rad right now, it looks like they've been making a lot of adjustments. They're trying to find that flexibility, but DARKZERO, the way that they end up moving back to then re-engage in a lot of these fights, even when it looks lost, the potential.
That was actually a pretty close game. The eliminations were not even high, chat.
41K,
the most final hits is 7.
We saw popping off earlier too, but the survivability is also there if you look at Korova and Velocity.
I just felt like personally the Ultron wasn't doing much in that matchup too in the terms of Rad. I mean, it was starting to click a little bit towards the end, but if I'm Rad, I would look to try to get a little bit of a change there. I mean, that does speak a little bit to pick ban stage and the way they want to rotate, but that could be also with this subbing. Gilbert is on Adam instead of what was in the past Gale, so maybe they're looking to do something a bit different there, and the subbing could come in, but we'll have to see. But either way, they did look clean, they did look better, but all DARKZERO right now, and just consistently knowing what to do in every single, moment of this match.
Yeah, I agree. If you look at the difference between Gale and Smash too, sure, it could be that 1k healing, but we did see Smash having a lot more advantage off of that Ultron Rage versus the uptime that we saw from Gale. Sure, you could try to clear up some space, and depending on the situation, you could bring your supports back to life here, but then Gilbert Noodle hanging out in the back also ended up getting maybe like one impactful res, which at the very end was Guru, but it was all the impunity show. That whole difference made a big deal here for DARKZERO. 14 KOs, as we've already highlighted before.
Damn, impunity.
Going down 3 times.
It did. I mean, this guy is just a demon in the back line, and we continue to see that from whatever team he's on to whatever day it is. Impunity with that MVP 14-3. Man can truly do it all. It's fun to watch him as a player, and this team put together DARKZERO, all these studs, and it continues to shine. Vicky, what a match one between both of them, and right now, I think domination can speak one side of the story. Rad, you can really now cook up.
Wait, what happened to Pizza Demon? Why isn't he playing? Wait, the reason that Pizza Demon is not playing is because his PC was overheating. Really? Oh, that fucking sucks, bro. I would be mad.
And even giving them highlight too, looking at how
I'd be
Rad
fucking
played Bedtime Story had
pissed,
only
bro.
gone down once, and we know that Bedtime Story has a very flexible pool between the Star-Lord and the Phoenix. The Moore was great too, but then you mix that together, and the Vanguard lineup that you're dealing with from the other side, Madara being also a really strong Emma Frost. That's why they usually protect the Emma.
Yeah, and I would actually give, if you look back at the pick ban phase, do you think there's much they need to change there? Because I felt like in terms of DARKZERO, I'm sure they're happy with kind of what they got out of there, and heck, they gave them.
That's why you should always have a $6,000 PC backup at ready. What the fuck? Yo, bro, what kind of rich ass shit is that?
That's a problem. If you put the focus there, it opens up other lanes.
Yeah, I feel like the fact that they were able to prioritize Korova on just 2 bans alone, maybe looking to see Smash being as impactful as he is being on that Ultron here, and depending on what map we may be going to, you have to consider the verticality that the Ultron provides, especially when combine that together with a torch.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we just saw the first matchup between DARKZERO and Rad. We're gonna reload. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna take a quick break.
What kind of rich shit is that, chat? God, that's like having a car and you get a flat tire, and instead of just saying, oh yeah, I have an extra spare tire on the side, no, you like have an extra car on the side. Bro, what? Do you not have a PC? Wait, do you not have a backup PC in case yours overheats? I mean, not really. I mean, if my PC breaks right now and I don't have a computer, I'd probably use the computer that's over there that is running my 24/7 channel. See it? The chair's in the way. It's blocking half the screen, but yeah. Oops, wrong one. doesn't make any sense. Jay, you live in Miami. Don't act like you don't know how being rich feels like. That doesn't make any sense. Living in Miami doesn't make you rich. What? That's like saying in LA, you're fucking rich. But that doesn't make it... LA has a lot of homeless, too. What? No, it does not, chat. You guys... No, bro. Oh, my God. Also, wouldn't it... Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. What's up, Salt? And let's just say, hypothetically... Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not arguing with you guys. I live in LA. I sleep in the gutters. What? Spit it out? Because we're correct. No, I could say that I live in Miami, but not live in Miami. I could live around my... Why would I tell you guys exactly where I live? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, chat? I know where Jay lives. He lives in actual London. I am no. Tell us your social security number too. What? What's wrong with London? To be honest with you, I think the one good thing about London, that when I went there for like only, what, 7 days, their public transportation is amazing. I wish that the United States had that. We have some shitty-ass transportation, bro.
Location. We continue to say Atlanta's the destination. Vicky, Arakko, interesting choice here for RAD.
Yeah, they're 0-2 currently on Arakko, but they are 2-2 on Convoy. So, you know, just interesting to see that this is where they want to go, considering that Yggdrasil Path, you know, Spider Islands has where they found the success. But we also see a change up here, Cozy. Pizza Demon is back. Maybe having some issues.
Oh shit! Wait, Pizza Demon's back, chat. Pizza Demon's back.
When it comes to starting off your playoff story, but having Pizza Demon back now opens up what we were mentioning before when we were highlighting this roster.
Yeah, dang you internet providers over there just keeping, you know, these players out of it. But yeah, good that they can get him back so fast, and, you know, not a better time than now, because it does. We saw now on both teams it can affect the
Jay, are you boring IRL? Yes, when I'm not streaming,
and what they are comfortable
Emily
on.
puts me on the charger so I could just recharge for the next stream.
I thought they would
like a battery.
Maybe pick Central Park. Typically, that's a map that they shine pretty well on. They clutch to get into this thing on that map. They've had great, you know, rounds in the Ignite on it. So instead, we find ourselves over on Arakko. Some of the best music still in the game, I've got to say, in general, as it's just, I mean, all the music here is good. But yeah, looking at these two matching up here, I like what I saw from RAD. We got to see if they continue this kind of difference in this game mode. This is a good Angela map, though, at times. Yeah. So is the temptation?
Oh my god, I'm not reading my YouTube anymore. Chat, do you guys see what my YouTube is saying right here?
Angela to come out,
look at that.
Right? Like, you already know, especially when you get to
They're saying that pineapple on pizza is good. I'm not reading YouTube anymore.
That first choke around the next corner. So we're gonna see if that's gonna work out. But will it work against a team like DARKZERO the way that they were able to re-engage and install for as long as they have?
No, chat, stop. Saying pineapple on pizza is good is a sin.
Already pick and ban.
Oh wait, I'm gonna predict again. Let's go predict for.
This is an Angela map. Jeff is a demon. Yeah.
I'm voting 105,000 on DARKZERO, chat. $105,000 on DARKZERO.
Mantis gonna be saved for DARKZERO, so they know what they want. This got to be an Ultron ban, then I would think, with how they play, but they go strange.
Oh, banking on the portal place to re-engage. I mean, again, usually pretty strong on convoy and convergence. We've noted before as they protect the Atom themselves. But now they have 2 bans left. You got either the Atom ban or the
Before this game starts, just want to say, if you like pineapple on pizza, you deserve to go to prison.
They ban out the Mantis,
and I hope they lose the key.
If you're looking at RAD,
I'm being honest.
That damage boost with either the
you deserve to be locked up.
Ultron themselves.
All right, chat, let's get this.
All right, we take a look here at the save.
Man, you know what? Oh my God, you know what, chat? Before this game begins, I'm gonna go get some fucking popcorn.
Pizza Demon is not subbed out, so they already look back to the comfortability that they had. And this is probably gonna be a little bit of what we saw RAD play previously. The next save, how do they want to go about this? They're gonna go invis. Okay, so they're gonna end up giving Orky Dog that invis that they typically love to play. No Jeff ban though is. This save is going to go to Jeff, right? Oh my gosh, they target banned Angela.
It's like the second or third time I think we saw the target ban on the Angela. Sorry, Guru, can't have your fun, unfortunately. But hey, you still got the push and pull that you have from Invisible Woman that can make some plays. As the protection on the Groot is smart, right? Because if you look at the ban lineup, just looking at RAD alone, they've target banned 3 of the Vanguards in a map where we always see the 3-3 come out from the defense side.
Dude, they have Ultron and Jeff though. I mean, that is wild. That's gonna be a tough lineup to go up against here. But yeah, no, I do like the Groot save. I think that was the right way to go about it. Impunity in the Demon right now towards that back line, locking in the Venom. We're gonna get the symbiote show here, but one team's gonna have that Mantis.
They need something right there when they were trying to run the triple Vanguard here, and they're trying to lead into this defense. We're moving on to our second map, Arakko, once again, as I jam out to the music real quick in the preview. Onto Convoy, which we've already mentioned, you know, RAD already 2-2, I believe, right there on that game mode, but now moving up against DARKZERO, who has found a lot more success, actually. Rather 3-2 here, but they have been able to play it out on Midtown before, a year or so before, too, where they actually lost out on that before. So you have to do your homework if you're RAD. They've had the success on Universal, but don't go here instead. Meanwhile, DARKZERO have not even played on Arakko.
Oh my God, I made it back.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, chat. Have you guys ever had the white cheddar smart food popcorn?
And how they
oh my God.
approach this offense approach. I mean, for sure, RAD. I don't think they had it written down on the game plan. Angela banned out. You know, I think they're definitely having to change the way they look at this defensive approach, and we'll see if DARKZERO can get them off shaky. Karova, look for the baby shark with the big bite to continue to get success. He's been just absolutely perfect in this tournament so far.
That time Sora taking up on the high ground, trying to divert their attention to Smash, who is back at home on the Star-Lord, by the way, Cozy. Smash already trying to dismantle.
Wait, is Guru... Chat. I missed the ban phase. Did they ban... Did they ban Angela, or is he just not playing Angela? Because he learned his lesson last time.
The other side was target banned over onto DARKZERO. And
wait, they actually banned her?
Amazing's also going to be able to take control over this high ground.
Why would you ban Angela? It didn't work last time.
With another pick. Man doesn't miss snack time as they push in very quickly here. DARKZERO making this look like light work. Forky Dog gonna be the first to answer the call for the ultimate, but Gale going down, forced to get that passive up. What a huge pick early there from Right Amazing in use of the high ground. Oh boy.
The invisible boundary, but oh no, the invisible boundary is used short of wherever Pizza Demon and Gale were positioned in that back line. What a free KO for DARKZERO to run with this. Right Amazing kicking his feet in excitement as now RAD are falling like flies, and Gale, even with that ultimate, now is forced to come back around.
Wait.
What a crash.
That was a fast
down
cat.
Phoenix, igniting this team's will in this tournament and continues to push forward with ease. Point 1 is capped. And that could not have gone better. Again, I think RAD had a game plan, Vicky, and that game plan got banned out.
Like, all right, if we make sure that the Vanguards aren't a problem, well, guess what? Impunity, also an insane Venom. If that Hulk didn't buy it for you, well, guess what? He's been able to get these beautiful follow-ups and then getting blocked out by these Madara group walls. Now, looking at the ultimate economy, too. Smash has that legendary Impunity, Feast of the Abyss, while Right Amazing still gets away with dealing so much of the damage impact through these lanes.
All right, now Right Amazing continue to push in with the fire. There goes the Venom and the Magneto up together. Impunity once again. He's feeding in the lobbies above. Mystery Fork not bringing back with the res.
Why does RAD Esports pick this map when they get rolled on it? Yeah,
sometimes you could try to go in for the reposition, but blood in the water as DARKZERO have not been stopped once so far.
Yeah, Gale's gonna have to make the most of this and truly make an impact with the Kraken impact. He can follow with Pizza Demon. This is going to be the play right here. This is the defensive effort you need if you want to advance.
I don't know about
in the
that
upper
salad
bracket.
though, Ada.
Spinning the win.
Everything else sounds
exactly
good.
who to call against now as Guru has the seduction up. No connection with it. Good positioning there for DARKZERO, rotating around.
I'm gonna need you to work for Rad. No limes.
Last time, we'll see if he can up the ante now as the group walls go up, but
nope.
fire beats grass, as we all know. Slicing and dicing is Gilbert Noodle, Vicky, as they continue to
nope.
push in Guru's out of this.
And we see the swap ups now with DARKZERO having all these ultimates. These counter picks mean absolutely nothing. Madara grouping everyone together.
Nope.
Don't you want to give your local group a hug here? Maybe not if you're facing up Madara on the other side. You can ban the cross.
DARKZERO is
Madara.
They blinked and Groot said, and I am Groot, honestly.
I am Groot.
Absolutely, yeah. Great job from him. And DARKZERO just looks unstoppable at the moment. Exactly where they've left off. I'm telling you, each loss makes them stronger, Vicky. And they lost the grand finals, and they're like, all right, we're going to just amp it up. We got our buff ready to go as Guru now rotating, trying to go against now.
Oh, by the way,
backline of the team. There's the Feast of the Abyss once again.
I didn't see it right away. Sorry.
Get the best of bedtime. Gale gets impunity out of here. That opens up something.
How do you say your name?
Now Corona
IHY is and it's XOXOXOO. Appreciate that for Prime sub.
With Madara having way
too
much fun on this group. You're about to remember why these Mantises have been getting banned constantly. The damage boost just allows these teams to hold forward and deal so much of this damage out and impact. Now they get to also have the speed boost as Smash is going to move everybody into the position, but with Pizza Demon having that invisible boundary, it actually stalls them out just enough to reset.
Every team fight needs a villain, and this time it's Jeff. I mean, Shark
my God.
always hears Velocity, amazing clash on more of them. It is just feasting right now as they continue to make this look easy. RAD has to put something together here if they're going to stop the absolute relentless effort of this team that looks destined to make it as a new team. A lot of these players making it to land before putting it together for yet another successful season. DARKZERO looking unstoppable. The show
There's no way RAD Esports loses with like 5 ults, right, chat? Nice fish by bedtime, sorry.
Waves him out. Good. Wow, that's a good response there, Vic.
Yeah, literally a typhoon jumping over their heads, and they needed to stop them, right? Literally, they have plus 3 minutes on the clock, so Forky Dog was forced to pop the fate of both worlds just to go in for the recontention. Following up with Bedtime Story, yes. Now, Velocity does have that God of Mischief to equalize things, and Korova is the embodiment of Adam, and we see it now in play.
There's a good swing and a surge with it now.
Wait, Korova's on Adam? Ooh.
Continues to put now continued pressure, but the seduction is doing a good job getting them away from the team. Madara wants it though. It's Mother versus Tree. Who's gonna get the best of it? And there goes Mother. Typically knows best as Arm and Dangerous gets Korova from this thing. Huge hit there to slow down yet another wipe from True DARKZERO, Vicky. I mean, they took.
I think Velocity needs to get off that. Actually, I don't know what supports are there.
Exactly.
I don't think Velocity should be running Loki into a Bucky.
Back because Impunity has now swapped over to that Captain America, and together with Madara having been isolated by Guru after pulling out that diamond and turning into that diamond form, was a lot of damage impact, but splitting more of this attention as the rest of DARKZERO try to approach from the high ground. No, the grapple in and then the follow-up.
Huge choke there from Guru. The more hard he plays, the harder he chooses gum. It's cracking me up. Love to see it now. Another whale ready. Don't know if they're expected to see this, as born again, win again is what Korova is saying to the team. They're brought back. We'll see if this connection happens. It's Impunity leading the charge as the lead Avenger. He's diving the back line there, putting Demon in his place. And Mantis good speed at use there, trying to get back to the team. Invisible boundary up, Vicky, and continues to put the pressure on. Right, Mason can land another Phoenix. Madara is close. Madara's okay. Good imprisonment there from the tree, and they continue to throw it down, but this is a perfect job from RAD sustaining through it.
Yeah, they saved those ultimates specifically to deal
what
with
did they
that
copy?
Hug, and it is Forky Dog once again with a fate of both worlds, getting it just as quick as now they have to.
Wait, they didn't use copy?
At the point, you have to make sure you get to recontest here as Guru is still on this point, and Bedtime Story has set up here with these squids, forcing DARKZERO back. They'll be able to recontest with Velocity and
oh my God, excuse me. Why didn't they copy? Oh, that hurt. Excuse me.
Hold right here though. 4 minutes down to 50 seconds. RAD, you know what's at stake here. Korova over to the Golden God.
Thank you.
62% incline. Velocity does have an ult for some sustained. Guru, Bedtime Story right behind it though. This is a big whale. Bring the ocean. We'll see if DARKZERO brought the boat. Here we go. Velocity gonna power up here. Ult's coming. There comes the drop.
No, live Kurova. Nice.
Survive. Seduction to follow. Forky Dog gets impunity though, Vicky.
With the sounding of the 7 trumpet, though, you could see with Velocity getting that copy, gonna be able to bring everybody up.
Oh, Kurova almost has ult, bro. Kurova almost has ult. You gotta get it.
That's right, amazing. Gets stunned temporarily. Madara gets taken out. Less than 15 seconds.
You gotta get it, bro. You gotta get it. You gotta get it. Nice. Now you gotta live.
The Emma Frost. Everybody followed in the side, but the win condition is gonna be wherever Kurova is as he uses that karmic revival.
It's a good point here.
Having res
rotate though away from the ocean and
in overtime is very scary.
Has continued to put this team on his back. The charge up's ready. They found him. Gale knows his target. He's looking for him. And Kurova, good rotation as always, showing why he is who he is on this strategist with that important res. Rad has plenty of sustain though. Already to overtime. What a win.
No, DARKZERO wins this, chat. Look, DARKZERO wins this. Look at the ults, bro.
He says to Madara, there it is. Kurova bringing the
DARKZERO wins this.
Fight. Forky Dog's got the show ready. The whale coming, Vicky, and Gilbert Noodle close behind.
And with Amazing being on the Punisher, the final judgment comes out. Armed and dangerous, looking for the reset, and he tries to get it. But with Amazing and impunity, it's too much damage output. DARKZERO had everything, and the sustain was
Hey, that was a good hold by Rad, though. They got it to overtime.
Wow.
But
wow, first of all, huge props to Rad. You just made this thing winnable at least, or possible, right? After a 4-minute shutdown.
I don't think I've ever seen Rad full cap though, chat.
All falter. Kurova there. I mean, that quick pick that Gale could have gotten would have changed it, but instead it went to the tree. They were all brought back, and just like that, it's really amazing. Doing what he does best. He's such a good cleanup man. The finisher himself, the Punisher, really amazing.
Early clean up on aisle 3. He's so good at also following up.
Why are you always eating when you have enter your stream? Bro, it's the NA playoffs, strat. I'm eating popcorn.
Protected Kurova. Like,
why can't a man live his life?
Making sure he not only stays alive, but they prevent anybody from trying to counter rotate up on the high ground from Rad's side of that point. Moving on, though, to the defensive side, while Rad wanted to focus on getting these Vanguard bans onto DARKZERO, that's how they were able to at least look at what they were going to be able to approach.
Wait, what the hell? Is that 4 supports? Chat, am I seeing that right?
We flipped the script. And
is that 2 tanks and 4 supports?
Yeah, stats don't look pretty there for Rad, nor should they after what was a tough defensive effort, but able to at least turn things
Smash
around.
is 24-1, damn.
Impressing me right now with the picks he's able to get moving forward. Smash with only 1 elimination is criminal. I'm telling you, between him and Amazing, just such a good, deadly duo. The battle starts. The team comp has been different. The ban and picks have changed things up for Rad.
Oh my God.
Offense-wise. But we're going to take a quick little look around the city of Arakko, because why not? It's so beautiful. It's October. The weather's beautiful there over in this part of the Marvel Universe, Vicky, as we pause this thing.
Hey, Krakoa is trying to get to the finish line, all right? We got to start growing up more of these trees out here. Sometimes it can grief you at the very end here every time you get to a checkpoint and he grows even more plants. But yeah, we take a little trip here to one of my favorite maps in the game and just breaking down what we saw at the very end.
Wow.
Cozy, we saw
Vicky likes this map.
because Kurova was originally on that Jeff. We saw some playmaking ability, but once you get to that third checkpoint,
I mean, I always did, but
better
I love this map.
especially
This
if it's
map is
not
really
banned
good
against the rest of your team.
Oh, that's a good point. I actually think they handled the Shark pretty well for the most part. You know, they actually handled both oppositions. There was only really that first start where Phoenix was also getting the best and the picks were happening with it. Good rotations overall. I think Guru has played very well. And just the difference it makes, I mean, coming right off the bench, Pizza Demon has done great healing, just keeping this team in it. You know, not easy with so much at stake here. I mean, these teams want it so bad. Again, I'll remind you guys, I'm on the stage in China with Guru. He's there as a guest, not a player. He's looking around saying, man, I got to make it back here. I know what it means for Team Rad to try to punch their ticket to land. But right now, opposition, it's DARKZERO. They're looking unstoppable.
I'm so excited, Cozy, because there is no other energy than attending a LAN and seeing that shine through a crowd, seeing how the players approach their nerves, sitting on that big stage. And that is what both of these teams right now are playing for in the playoffs. They need to look at what they have to do differently after a pretty rough game in that game number 1 versus Rad. But as you mentioned, if there's any team that could do it, it could be Rad right now.
I wonder what happens.
Sure.
Pizza Demon, I mean, there was issues with Pizza Demon. What happens, Chad, if he can't play? Do they throw in the sub again? again
We continue to
in the middle of the
take
game.
a stroll through Arakko and what RAD will need to do.
I've never seen that happen in esports.
Again, they picked this map, right? They felt confident with it, and the first bit wasn't showing that all too much, but was able to pull something together. And they were down, I think, 5 on the last corner too. I'm shocked they were able to turn that thing around as quick as they did. But yeah, it is going to be a tough,
no, they would never make
look
them FF.
offense,
They would never make them FF.
They don't have what they typically want to try to pull out with the tricks in their sleeves. So I'm actually very curious to see what RAD and the path they go. Moon Knight I think is going to come out for bedtime stories with the tree. I would expect that.
The Sentinel's going to take. Oh no,
Maybe
Sentinels or Envy taking the W
We've seen
tonight.
it sometimes, especially like with the Angela being.
I think that's
going to
be the best matchup tonight.
One thing that was surprising for me specifically, we're usually
seeing
Impunity being on the group, but with Madara not having the Doctor Strange and Emma, having that group come out really helped them out here. Because I was wondering with the focus on the Vanguard ban lineup for DARKZERO, they still were able to make it work so well. Impunity having that Venom coming in clutch together with the Mantis damage boost, having to break through this choke next though, as they're going to be the ones on the defense. You have to imagine the survivability that we've also been seeing with Smash only going down once, as he was not only on the Star-Lord, but
imagine
being
not having
pop
popcorn during this break.
Yeah, there's only a couple times that Olsen line up there. The group play has been phenomenal, just from start to finish. So good, in fact, that we're just taking a moment for everybody to reset. I know
popcorn cannot be good. What are you talking about? It's white cheddar popcorn. It's amazing.
Take and all the different options. This
what's up, you guys? That white cheddar popcorn is amazing.
There's no exit, and it's just like a 1v1 duel. I don't know if you've ever found yourself inside there, Vicky, but it could be chaos, man, and just the peak. I don't think we've had that on the esports stage. But, maybe one day.
Well, one of my favorite rotation points, too, is when you break the wall that is right next to the first portal, when you get through the first choke in that corner where you see a lot of environmental chaos.
What is up with these weird popcorn flavors?
It's
nice white cheddar.
To try to counter the strategists that usually like to hug that one pillar.
It's nothing new. It's amazing. No, chat has horrible taste.
It's another creative way of trying to dismantle the back line. You can see if a lot of these teams end up being unorganized, just trying to help peel for the strategists, too, which is another set of attention that I feel like DARKZERO has really applied, because when you have your strategists that have so much mobility, you have the survivability you take to the skies as well, you have the flexibility of not having to put too much attention to the backline getting harassed.
No, that's a great point. And they continue to, when we look at the past and what they've rolled out before, what, kind of interests me, I looked at all the RAD games and how they play teams that are a bit more new put together and ones that aren't. And, even coming from Guru, I went to his stream and,
it's starting.
But he was like,
it's starting. You hear the music.
Playing a team that is so in line with comms and ready for all the, shenanigans that we're ready to pull against them. And so they've cleaned that up here pretty well. Coming out the gate, though, I might just go to the old classic RAD, right? As we now enter in, guys, thank you for your patience as we continue this thing. 3 minutes, 54 seconds, RAD on offense. And here we go, looking towards it. No Moon Knight, instead, going to be Gale there on the Bucky. Bedtime back on the Namor. He's playing so great, why not?
I was just he's sitting on the edge of my seat right now, Cozy. He's like, when are we going to start out here? And here we go. DARKZERO roll out on the defense with Korova indeed on that Adam Warlock. Not surprised here, too, as the kidnap as well as the Wolverine.
Oh, nice kidnap. Oh, Korova. Hey.
The Angela, but you can't ban them all here. Instead, with Gale this time taking the mantle over on that Wolverine.
And Korova with a quick little cheeky smile there. There's the break buff going to RAD there with a good opening. That's what I wanted to see from them. Again, playing something a bit different than what we expected. Bedtime Story continues to build that up. 72% in climbing for Noodle. Forky Dog close behind. Right now, DARKZERO a mile away from much. Amazing close smash to join.
Yo, those headphones look really clean, bro.
Noodle being on that mag 2 that we've been seeing time and time again, especially when it comes to playing here on Arakko. But you have to think about Madara and those group balls here as Amazing sets everybody up being on the Mantis this time around. It's going to be met with the invisible boundary. This actually wastes not only the time of that Mantis soul resurgence, but also allows him to clear that next corner.
He got his ult canceled.
At the claws of the Wolverine as he gets shut down, and Gilbert Noodle misses out on the meteor in that side corridor.
Yeah, that was looking like it was going to connect perfectly as Pizza Demon comes out with the show, and with the comes the ocean. Did they bring the boat? Nope, they left the shore now as velocity goes down, but Born Again, just like the servers of this matchup, Korova brings his team back.
I like that. Born Again, just like the servers. Wait a minute.
Guru, but Medora to match. It's everybody now together. Look at this beautiful jaw, but it's not enough velocity.
Damn.
with the quick copy from Loki to Bucky. Are you kidding me?
I have never seen in a pro match
nightmare fuel if you were RAD, and there is
a
no
Loki
way
copy
to
of
get
DPS
out because Madara has put up the group
and have it actually work.
Only exit, and then the only thing separating you and Freedom is a Bucky ultimate match.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, I got eyes on Smash. Wait, no, there's another Bucky. Hold on, it's Velocity. I don't see often offensive ults.
Oh,
so
nice kidnap.
From,
nice kidnap by a controller player, chat.
To see things get swapped up. Velocity gets Gale out of this thing.
It still surprises me to this day that, like, I see controller tank players on PC, but never a DPS.
Gets Kurova off the map. Try flying back from that one. Golden God, no mobility for him as they reset a bit. Smash amazing. Now going backwards. If you're RAD, you got to push aggressive here.
Yeah, no stall here. Instead of stall with Kurova and building up that Adam Warlock ultimate as he makes his way back from the spawn room gates, and RAD have everything to answer with. I am Groot as Madara wants to bring them all together, but gets interrupted another time around.
No, he didn't get interrupted. That ult actually landed. He doesn't have 50%. That ult actually landed.
With the Soul Resurgence, tries to push through this invisible boundary, but you have to think about the adamantium claws that Gale has brought in, as they're the ones on the attack this time around. Velocity gets the copy, and he copies Kurova while he's at it to get the Adam Warlock resurrection.
These copies have come in so clutch, Vicky, from the Kraken impact now to the res. You could not do it better, but Gale is slicing, he's dicing, he's hunting.
No, they capped. They capped. That's a.
If it's not Velocity, it's Kurova.
That's very unfortunate.
Now counted 18 different lives. Forget the cats.
Nope.
There's 18
they already capped, man. You gotta get out.
To be answered by RAD, slicing one by one, but Gale does fall down. Point one is capped, though. Gotta say, my gosh, what a performance there from RAD. Surviving quite literally 20 of them.
And it was a good timing, too, because they were able to stay on the point while DARKZERO were backing away to help lean into that resurrection as the win condition. So now all they can do is try to hold them here as the wombo combo between.
What do you mean get Gale off DPS? Gale's a DPS player.
The reset, but the reset doesn't come out, and the Meteor M comes crashing down, but doesn't find its mark.
Little trickery magic survives the Meteor from Magneto there. Slammed down into the Loki. Velocity doing work there continually on the hero. Guru does get the pick on Captain. That's going to allow this team to push forward here. Bedtime wants to ignite more. Gilbert with another. This is a tricky point two to win, Vicky. Right now, they are definitely feasting. They continue to push in.
Uh-oh, Gale win Punisher, chat. Gale win Punisher. Uh-oh.
Sustained a bit for him. But this is a holdup right now. They're still holding. DARKZERO still doing a good job holding it. As
the copy.
Back.
Yep, the copy once again got a mischief in the form of the Adam Warlock. Gets to bring Madara right back around while Forky Dog does the final blow in that push out onto Impunity, but it's all for naught. While Velocity still has that Karmic Revival activated. RAD try to close in the gap, and with Gale having that final judgment here, as well as Bedtime Story with a reset, they're looking for the opportunity to isolate Kurova, who is going to try to keep DARKZERO in this fight.
Gale's got the Super Soaker water guns out now. He continues to mow him down, but it's Bedtime Story. You got a distraction on one side, but the other is
big res by Kurova. Big res.
What another res from this team, time and time again. RAD has to just continue to play this perfect, and Bedtime Stories ignite after night is forced to push back. Here comes the Grudel, pushing everyone together. Gilbert's gonna throw the massive tons on top.
Yo, RAD
with the follow-up on Impunity.
Uh-oh, DARKZERO has their money back for them, bro.
That was the one Meteor and point blank. This one surely won't miss, and it was great to land it on Amazing's head because he was so close to getting that Soul Resurgence as they get the second checkpoint.
Yo, DARKZERO needs to get their shit together.
This is where things always
Rad's
get
rolling
tough
right
for
now.
a lot of our teams and getting to that third checkpoint, that finish line here, as Forky Dog is just going to be able to taxi along for Koa.
Yeah, DARKZERO, they had 4 minutes. RAD has 2. Doesn't matter, though. They just need a cap, and that is going to be, what is this? Sensational effort. Going for something here for this team. Velocity has that copy yet again. It's been 2 Adams, 1 Bucky. Who does he choose to go for now? As Amazing also has sustain. It's going to be Impunity out first. So I expect Velocity to think about the copy here on Adam. Good eyes on him production. Want to see who he's going to choose to use as Bedtime Stories continues to get the clones out. Vicky pushes in. They've got Guru that can combine with the Phoenix. Forky Dog to keep him up. Gale's not far behind, and they're making their way up the hill.
They're about to have so much damage output as long as Bedtime Story finds where Kurova is at to prevent that, or Velocity rather here too with the copy, as Amazing brings everybody up with the Soul Resurgence. It's met once again with another invisible boundary that Forky Dog has had online so often, but it's
DARKZERO has every single fucking ult.
The damage output from Bedtime Story up on the high ground, being on the Phoenix, and Madara trying to block them out with these walls as Smash finds Gilbert Noodle next.
All right, full reset here. If you are Rad, don't rush this thing. You have a minute. It's going to go to overtime, accepted at this point. Gale, if you are who you are mechanically and who we know this man is capable of being, team on the back.
Chat.
Castle's the man to be with it.
You guys think
As
Rad
the ready to
caps?
charge, Bedtime Story can follow. They
have 4 ults.
20 in the tank. Pizza
4
Genius
ults
can be able
against
to lead the
4
show.
ults.
Vicky and Forky Dog should rotate. Could be hard. 42 seconds, so Darkzero is fully loaded with potentially 2 res.
I'm able to dance it off with Pizza dimming here, but with Darkzero having potentially 2 reses, if they cycle through this properly, Velocity may want to have that survivability, mostly being able to copy Forky Dog here, but the final judgment is the first thing to unleash, and this is just going to allow Darkzero to not waste up what they need.
Velocity
They're just going to be able to peel away,
is...
get out of line of sight, and they're going to be able
Wow,
to
Velocity didn't fucking die there? That's crazy. Seeing a Punisher turn the corner with his ult.
Want to slam it down here or land it on Pizza Demon on the other side as he brings Velocity back. Who can get the next set of copies?
Oh, you got fucked!
They need it with Gale going down from Rad.
It's a continuing. It's just
he hits the fucking roof, bro.
Every single time from this team as they continue to just put on a clinic of revival of zombies from Adam Warlock and team now. Impunity, right, Mason. Everybody
GG's.
getting a piece of the pie here.
Oh, not GG's.
Portal back.
No,
But
it's
even with
GG's.
it, there's only 1 left. They can body block. There's 2 now. Bedtime Stories going to the grouped up. Hero in Moon Knight, no one there. It is Darkzero getting the win after a great effort from RAD.
See, even the professionals fuck up their Bucky ult, chat. And therefore, I just want to say, you cannot make fun of me again.
Through those ultimates, though, the copy at the end onto the Mantis damage boost for days. The damage output to Cozy was a lot, but Rad, even though they dwindled a lot of that time away from Darkzero not only had finished the map, but they hold them back.
Now, this is a good MVP here, too. Velocity earns every bit of it. This man was crazy there. 18 eliminations that you have to pull off on 1 point is crazy business as we take a look at the stats. I will say this. Rad is doing a great job here, bouncing back from the end of what that seeding bracket was. And I expect them, if they do get pushed down to the lower bracket, to make a good run because they are a team that's showing way more coordination going up against a very good Darkzero. You know, top 3 here in what I would say is the nation, or at least
I am having
America.
fun eating my popcorn.
Looking
Leave
at
me
it, I
be,
mean,
chat.
the full team showed it. Right, Mason continued to throw it in, but Korova just being that final boss that can't be beaten.
Yeah, we talked, by the way, about Forky Dog's damage output on Invisiwoman and the 60,000 healing to match onto that. I mean, being the SVP for Rad 2 and getting certain environmental KOs, finishing blows here, it was a lot. But then looking on the other side, you're dealing with Velocity that went 28 and 9,
Listen,
12 final hits.
let me be
from
fat,
Impunity,
chat. Let me be
was
fat.
putting down such great group walls to isolate the rest of the team.
Yeah, Madara did play great there as always, and Impunity, just the pressure they continually had there on the cap. I mean, again, they had to kind of adjust their game plan, and you could see it truly took them till point 3 to figure out the way they want to play it, as we see the meteor landing on Right Mason there. But again, it was the copy to Bucky to get the whole ace from Velocity. It was the third 5, 7 born agains that I heard with the copies once again, and that is going to be our
There you go. I'm done.
In Loki and Velocity. So great job from Darkzero. They make it
hands.
2-0, Vicky. This would be, I mean, just a
Are you
complete
eating out of a dog bowl?
sweep, or it's going to be the bounce back of a lifetime.
This is a mixing
Either way,
bowl, bro.
pure cinema.
You know what's
Tell me
scarier
that
than
you have
just
never
hearing
cooked
one
in a
born
day
again,
in your
hearing
life
it back to back
without telling
with
me
the
you have
copy.
never cooked
That's
it.
gonna,
Chat.
that's gonna be haunting me in my own
Stick
nightmares
to your
too.
chicken
And
nuggies.
honestly, looking at Velocity, well-deserved
And
MVP.
whatever else your
Also
mom
knowing
makes.
the situational copies that you need on that
Come
God
on.
initiative. Madara with 91,000
Brother,
damage
have
blocked.
never seen
You can try to
a
target
mixing
all the Vanguards if you want, but Madara still having that group available, Impunity covering whatever Madara doesn't, even better.
Yeah, I mean, and just the perfect rotation of ultimates from time and time again. Guys, this is great. This is such a blast. I mean, having this kind of talent up against it on the first leg of it all, I'm telling you, every one of these 8 teams could go the distance. Only 4 will push it, guys. We're about to find out one more that's going to be at least advancing in this upper bracket to face a very good team in FlyQuest. Don't go anywhere. We're going to find out after this break.
God damn it. Now I want chicken nuggets. Yo, chat, anyone have chicken nuggets at their house? Dinosaur shape? Yo, Zeiss for 23 months. Appreciate it. Bro, I want some chicken nuggets, bro. Bro, chicken nuggets. Hear me out, chat. Chicken nuggets with ketchup that you keep in the fridge so it's nice and cold. Oh my god. That shit's Oh, there's a minute 30 left. Only 11-year-olds eat chicken nuggets. Are you actually gatekeeping chicken nuggets behind like an age? What? Siren, you've been having, and I say this respectfully, some of the worst takes I've ever seen the past few weeks. You have been saying some of the worst takes.
Protect your bald king.
Wait, I want to get Karova to send you a picture of the salad, and I promise you it'll look amazing. Oh, I don't know about all that. Yo, Nick named Nick. Appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend. Absolutely insane. I appreciate it. First of all, you were complaining about a caster last week, and one of that caster that you were complaining, I'm not gonna call anyone out. They're a great caster. And now you're gatekeeping chicken behind an age. Do you have an air fryer? Yes, we have an air fryer. He says that after gatekeeping pizza toppings from people. Okay, well, pineapple on pizza is not gatekeeping. I'm just saying that's like psycho behavior. That's like wearing socks to bed. And if you wear socks to bed, even if it's cold, you deserve to go to jail as well. You're probably a psycho.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back as the sun sets for Season 4. And we're going to Season 4.5 with Daredevil. Also, one of these teams in the upper bracket will be sunsetting.
How is cold ketchup bad?
Now is down
Bro,
0-2. And if we
those
look at
fucking things that you buy,
here,
it says refrigerate after opening.
It's
Why are you not refrigerating? Oh my god.
I gotta say, because they are doing,
oh my god.
You know what I think they're capable of doing. I think the pick ban was vastly won there, you know, from DARKZERO. But right now, you're down 0-2. Again, we like to say back against the wall. Vicky gives you plenty of support.
It's proven that wearing socks to bed increases circulation will help you have better sleep.
Have a good time doing it.
Yeah, and you know what?
Just looking at Gale right there, right too, right? It's pretty difficult to work around, especially if you find yourself.
All I'm saying,
finding yourself just going down 15 times when the opposition was able to get so many resets, velocity.
Is that serial killers
triple
in this world wear socks? And you guys wearing socks to sleep.
When you have velocity also being able
you
to
see,
get the
there's a pattern
on a duelist. Currently, DARKZERO.
If you don't think about it, there's a pattern going on,
and we are moving on to symbiotic circles.
You guys should be locked up.
Wow, the stage is set. Here we go. We find ourselves at Clintar, and it's going to be now RAD and DARKZERO for match number 3. Can DARKZERO punch their ticket to the upper bracket to face off FlyQuest, or will RAD have a story of a lifetime? Jeff Band coming out first. You're going to get the Pizza Demon shut down from that. Emma will be banned by the opposition.
You're a Florida man, of course you don't wear socks.
Ricky, yeah, let's see. What's the first save here for your DARKZERO? They've been rolling with a few options, and it's gonna go.
Not to sleep.
They're gonna go back with the Mantis.
They've been, protecting the Mantis. The Groot was the only option they had because it was the Vanguard lineup that was target banned, considering that DARKZERO will have to get the protection on the very last pick there too, since they're starting things off on the attack. But this is also a game type that
I don't wear socks to sleep, just shoes. Mods, blow that guy's computer up.
4-1 here, but neither of
go to his room, pick his computer up, throw it out the fucking window.
With the Magneto ban coming out again, so it looks like RAD may be leaning into the Vanguard ban target.
Yeah, Impunity and Moderate can play just about anything, but I like the change of pace here. We'll see if they end up giving the Jeff
let's see this.
to them if they want to go that route. It's going to be Mantis saved on their side. Bit of a different look here. They typically like to go Invis and Friends. That's probably going to be for Pizza Demon to continue on. Ultron being banned continues to limit their options. So we got like the Strategist ban on one side, Vanguard on the other.
And we know that Gale, who rocked out with the Wolverine originally when they came out on the attack, likes to go over onto the Ultron. And if we do see any Adams bans from either side, it's pretty smart, especially when you allow Korova to get away. With the Adam Warlock, it was just the Res Simulator, it sounded like. Just all Karmic Revivals all the way around. And it's something that RAD needs to keep into consideration as they get the Jeff ban next. And then now, as we follow up with the protection, no Final Judgment, no Punisher. DARKZERO with a Punisher ban. Interesting.
No, yeah, trying to shut down Gale. This is exactly what I was going to say. Try to give Gale Punishers out. Try to give them Adam. They don't have the sub in anymore. Now they can look to ban Adam. I would expect DARKZERO's last save to be for that. Could be for the Invis as well. They've leaned that route. Emma going to be off the ban, and it's the Ultron instead. So they know they're comfortable with what they want to roll with there. Last ban, I guess, would be Adam. I mean, there's a couple routes you can go.
Ooh.
Torch is not a bad idea, right? Amazing can obviously set things off there.
Oh, wait. That means they're... I gotta predict, chat. I gotta predict.
Hate what RAD has put together here in the pick ban
I'm gonna
phase.
pick...
Once again,
I have
they
121,000. I'm gonna vote all my points away.
Anything, you're giving DARKZERO still the capability of Velocity, who's been popping off thus far, to get a copy on another Adam. Amazing, who was also on the Mantis when they were rolling out in our previous map here too. Smash now can take to the skies. You look on the other side of RAD, though, they had no other choice because Gale doesn't have that Ultron. Sure, Wolverine is very situational there too, and we are moving on to Symbiotic Surface, so with no Punisher, you really only have the Adam to lean into if you are RAD.
All the dark maps here in spooky season.
This.
We're in October, and we continue to push in this thing now as we find ourselves at Clintar, home of Venom. Will we get a lot of Feasting of the Abyss combined with the Mantis that has been...
Bro,
the
doing these predictions are so easy. How can you guys lose points while doing these predictions?
We see this meta,
it's like an easy way to become a millionaire in this
the
chat.
Server right now as teams will look to lock in, get ready there.
Like every time I vote for a team to win, I tell you, like, all you guys have to do is vote for who I think is going to win, and they win.
On defense, they're going to look to counter portal here.
I have never lied to you guys.
Open up the team. Love this. We'll see if they can get the cheeky portal off.
You have to stop them from securing the mission.
He's gonna try to get us set up here. Try to block out the way to be able to get the double portal. We've seen this time and time again, Cozy. Guru setting it up to see if they can fall up the map, but nobody falls victim here yet. While
Damn.
The rest of RAD now are gonna have to completely capitalize off this point.
They don't have a, that means they don't have a TP to come back, chat. Uh-oh.
Yeah, no multiversal mayhem today.
And they gave 2 ticks for free?
Now Gilbert Noodle is
for
free? Penny Parker. My gosh, what a surprise. But I love to see it here in the defensive effort now.
Bro, what's RAD Esports doing?
Get the pick to open up this team and give him the offensive effort that he continues to do for DARKZERO. Madara dangerously low. Keeping them up is going to be Korova with a quick splash.
If they win the match, if they win the fight, I get it, chat, but that's a lot to give up for free.
Pushing it on a tree, back and rotating is going to be them now. Okay, not bad approach here from them.
I was gonna say, look at the Smash v Bedtime Story matchup here between the Star-Lords. You are gonna be able to get that BRB to bring Bedtime Story right back and a good amount of damage onto Smash here too. But with the survivability that we're currently seeing, Velocity after that God of Mischief was able to set up DARKZERO nicely.
Uh-oh, RAD Esports has every single fucking ult, but DARKZERO almost has it too.
And the Karmic Revival rings in their ears once again.
Hey, what's up,
bringing them right back around. Even
Lobu, appreciate it.
Come right back. Arakko only lands on Pizza Demon, but it staggers him as he was in the middle.
Okay, I was about to say Madara?
That soul went right to hell. I mean, that was absolutely perfect. The only person they connected that with was the Mantis, and they got the clean finish Madara with a huge opening that was going to be
poor RAD
sustained.
Esports, bro. Hey, it was a good kill on Gale though. Gale had res.
Smashed out punching the air. He
good shit though.
The advancement. Ready to roll, Vicky. That was such a great offensive effort here. But not an awful.
Wait, who are they chasing all the way in the back line?
Quicker points taken in the past on Clintar. Team looks to reset. We have the Angela This is what I'm talking about. Just go out there and have a good time.
He loves it. He's played the Angela here too. As we get to see him try to dive all the way down. Talk about timing, bringing them all together. Is there a follow-up though? As a freedom charge from Impunity tries to keep them alive, but doesn't help out Kurova, who does have that passive. And Bedtime Story wrapping up right behind them to make a DARKZERO sandwich. But the rest of his team is falling before his eyes. As Gale needs to get this passive off to get this karmic revival.
It's one by one. They continue to fall. DARKZERO completely on top and in command as they push forward. Gale does res back. He's going to born again this team, get everybody back in the action. One by one they fall, but they come back just like that. Team's got to lock in now, reposition from the high ground. See what they can pull together. Guru trying to find a prey from the spear.
I don't like Guru trying to force Angela, chat. I don't know.
Violence.
And with the Loki Lanterns too to keep them alive on the point.
I just, like, I know that he's been one-tricking the character and he really likes playing the character right now, but chat, bro, it's not good, bro. It's not good. It's not good.
Right, amazing when you get to get away with playing on the Manta. Same thing from Pizza Demon, who has that solar surges back around. But with the karmic revival, the copy from Velocity, he gets away with it.
How you doing, Thumb?
The double copies have just been absolutely lethal as the Feast of the Abyss comes in from Gilbert Noodle, trying to get something with the boost there of Pizza Demon now keeping the team alive, but nothing from it.
I just feel, and it's not like his Angela's bad. He has a good Angela. I've seen him play it, chat. It's just that I've seen him play other characters, and I think, especially in a tournament, I think he could do better on other characters, or bring more value to his team.
On that Venom, he has the Puerto Rican test right afterwards, and DARKZERO have Kurova with another karmic revival. The fact that you let this pass through again after what we just witnessed in the last map is
it's just a roll right now, bro. It's just a roll.
Because by the time they do, they'll get another round of ultimates here, Cozy, if you are DARKZERO.
I mean, just completely locked in. And yeah, I mean, you said it. Kurova's ready to go with the res get, and Velocity's going to be there to match, so they can go with double that if they need. So, I mean, right now, comp's not working. Bedtime Story does have the legendary ready to go.
I feel bad for Gilbert Noodle. He played like 3 or 4 tanks already right now.
We'll see how they combine Guru's ult here. We'll see what kind of angle he takes. He got the best of Smash last time, but Smash going full aggro like a final boss in MMO. Now Gilbert Noodle does get the first pick though on Impunity, forcing the rise from Kurova, believing Velocity can get it soon.
Bedtime Story then finds Madara, but there's that res, allowing everyone to come back, but that also is a green light for DARKZERO to play a lot more aggressive. As the Angela ult comes crashing down over their heads, they get combated. Guru gets punished by Velocity, born again, as it's
oh wait, Bedtime Story's face cam is working. Okay.
Of karmic revival as the Eye of Agamotto finds 4. Pizza Demon had already used up that Mantis ultimate. Madara, you can try to bait out these Vanguards, but it won't stop him, especially when he also has access over to that Doctor Strange.
What a disgusting Agamotto. Got the entire team with that one. Oh my gosh. Could have scripted better now as Impunity and Smash.
God damn, bro.
Reign dominant. I didn't think we could see anything worse than the opening of Arakko, but right now it's DARKZERO fully in control. They're ready to get this thing moved on to the upper bracket. Guru now fighting back, finding what he can out of this thing, and continuing to stall here. Good job with those axes. Gets that team up health. Gilbert now getting out smashed, but once again, you're going to have to put up the relentless effort of Impunity to Kurova and Velocity to follow of Sustain.
That freedom charge definitely helped them out here, but they're forced to back away this time around because they don't have those strategies ultimates to help.
Come on, Kurova. Kurova and Madara and Rymazing are going to be the difference maker, chat. They're the only ones that are going to get ult. They gotta go in there, bro. RAD has nothing. If they go in there with their ults right now, they have nothing except Guru and Gale almost. Pizza Demon's getting closer to his ult. Now they
Lord on Star-Lord, both spinning, both low, both strategists keeping them in this thing. Pure confidence from both teams now. Born again is Kurova, bringing them back. Bedtime Story gets Madara out of there, but just like that, they are back once again. It is relentless from this team. Health up, Heaven Falls, jumping in, trying their best here. Guru slashing, slicing as Pizza Demon is going to be stunned. Gale
wait, what is going on, bro? I think DARKZERO had like the easy win, but they kind of like DARKZERO had like all the ults before RAD had anything, and they kind of just like
legendary. It's just clean up once again for Bedtime Story, and it's a team fight win to stop DARKZERO. Now down to a minute, less than a minute on the clock, almost here in the next 5 seconds.
I continue just to be so impressed here With RAD being able to stop what looks like an unwinnable
I think aim assist
match
on
in their
PC is
terms,
very...
but Gilbert Noodle with the tree ult here is going to be the
I was
opener
very,
I
I think there, chat, is there a little bit of aim assist on PC when you're using a controller? I think it's a little bit. I think, I asked TTK, I completely forgot.
At some point, but RAD can stop it before it starts with only 38 seconds.
He was able to
The
get
aim
the
assist on
swap off, though. He went over
PC
to the
controller is a
Bucky
joke.
off the
It's so
Star-Lord
weak.
originally gonna be able to take care of
See, that just makes it even more impressive.
Guru, who's been able to fly around and get away with it, but the group walls from Gilbert Nudo, I am Gru, as it's met as Forky Dog's able to push in impunity.
Oh, that's a big ult. That's a big ult by Gilbert Noodle. Damn. Oh my god, velocity with the massive fucking reds now. Holy shit, imagine getting that and...
Milliseconds too late there, unfortunately, as now Smash reigns in. Gilbert Noodle with the ult.
And now Gale's getting the res. Bro, this is just kill people, res, kill people, res, kill people, res, Loki, res, copy, res.
Looks to make his story of advancing in this upper bracket, but it starts here. 1 down, 2. We'll see if we can make it 3 now. DARKZERO just keeps coming back.
Kurova needs to get his ult. Yep, there you go.
A mile from his. This is madness.
Another res, lovely.
Born again, wave 55 of zombies as he brings them back. And RAD, despite winning so many of these trades, they only
Gilbert Noodle has another fucking ult. Nah, it's GG's, chat.
Keep them in this fight. Another group ult this time around, but it's at the hands of Gilbert. They get their push back in, but it's straight.
The Madara has his now. Did he hit anyone?
You say zombies, but they're trading.
Oh, Madara is the better ult.
But won't be able to get a smash, and Madara gets 2. Smash gets another, and at this point, it's going to be Smash.
Wait, did he hit another fucking ult? Wait.
Gale brings it back 75%. He's out of it. Bedtime story. Only one left. That will be it.
Wait, did Velocity copy his Groot to do another Groot ult?
Down to 4 zeros, but Vicky, how are you supposed to beat 7,000 revives?
How long was that? They got like a karmic revival like at least 4 more times. It felt like in that final fight. Like,
bro, what a fucking comp to go against, chat.
He got it twice in that final fight, and then you're dealing with double that. If you're looking at what DARKZERO's running with Velocity having that God of Mischief to get the same copy.
What a fucking comp to go against. You have a res, then you have a Loki copy to another res.
You know, couldn't tell his facial expression. It's just showing his forehead. But either way, I mean, it's like, okay, you win. Nope. Kurova able to bring people back, and then right after that just continues to fold. I mean, just so tough to lock in for that long. Bedtime story gets 1 million eliminations, not enough. 23-6 is his SVP effort at the moment, but DARKZERO locked in once again. This team's got it. RAD has got to find a way to not, you know, get everything cooking in the last 10 seconds. They got to try to bring back a better effort here offensively, and it looks like they're gonna keep rocking with Angela, Vic.
And then if you're Smash, you just get the wombo combo from the group strangling prison into the reset. 16 final hits. Bedtime story also having a pop-off game, but having to get more of these follow-ups as we see the other portal play coming out this time at the hands of DARKZERO trying to catch RAD.
I mean, I would have just not banned the Magneto and instead banned the Atom. But, you know, everything's said in hindsight. You can only do so much. This team will find ways to beat you there as Gilbert.
See, that's very risky, chat. I don't like doing portals like that, bro, because
we have the one-wing angel flying around, looking around, doing...
I'm a safe guy, bro. I would rather save it if you lose a fight. You can portal back to the
trying to bring the fight to him. We interviewed Velocity and what this team can be. He believes they can go the distance, showing
even if you kill one,
it's good rotation by both teams at the moment, Vic.
Guru just stick over to this Angela, and I like this rotational approach that we're currently seeing from RAD ESPORTS. Sephiroth would be proud here. Look at Guru now fly into that backline and get the follow-up with Bedtime Story, who's trying to harass the same backline, but you have to imagine with Velocity having those lamps ready to go, it'd be difficult. Something else that you have to be able to try to cave into with Forky Dog also just wrapping up on the other side of DARKZERO, literally flipping the script in terms of positioning as he gets a shish kebab. He finds the isolation, but a beautiful sleep to shut him down.
Nice job here, offensive-wise. Bedtime. Oh, what a great quick swap there from the clone. Not tricked at all. It is Bedtime Story, but it's impunity. Shutting down any momentum from them. Oh, that's brutal.
I am Groot. That's all he said. Look how calm he is right there, too. Everybody was cycled.
Damn, he was smiling at the end of that, too. Shit.
Trying to place this portal right in the back line of DARKZERO before trying to go up to this high ground. Maybe if he could cut off Velocity right here.
Now here comes that portal once again. Good reset. Pizza Demon and Gilbert. Gilbert's gotten a lot from his ult, but Bedtime Story opens up the fight with a huge pick to slow down. Mantis out of here. Going to be the rise coming from Gale. Korova's going to match from mirror here shortly.
There's no...
Like
Rad has...
right now on our screen.
Rad has every single ult here.
Look at the double charge up in sync. Absolute beauty. It's like he has the Echo team up there from Emma Frost. Smash, charged up.
Come on, Rad.
Has the Kraken impact. Continues to push forward here. Modder has been huge for this team so far. The Agamotto comes out. Doesn't get much. Impunity gets hit from it, but it's going to be Bedtime Story, Vicky. Smash out of it.
He's
another res.
Even without an Eye of Agamotto landing from Guru, but now you have Korova. Velocity had used the God of Mischief to get the copy before this, and now to open things up, and it's Mara who finds Gale, who finds Gilbert. The slam down allows the reset as Smash comes coming down again. Gale has the passive.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Kill every... Oh, but he has a reset. No, go.
Every time they fall, they come down.
Oh, bro, I would have went in, man. He's playing it safe. I would have went in. Knowing my ass, I would have probably went in there and then on all 6 and died.
Again from Smash comes the Kraken impact, looking for the Star-Lord. Good punch and finish and flush, but it's going to be Bedtime Stories rotating out of that. Point ticking up. Rad getting awfully close, forcing them to push it.
Oh, look at that. Another res. Nice.
Nice shot there from Guru.
Oh, chat, you know what's going to happen after this res? Korova is 80% on his res.
But Velocity brings it back, Vic.
Oh, wow. They capped out.
They get it. DARKZERO felt so much pressure they couldn't give the backup that Impunity needed because of the damage output, and even through that res, they were able to take the point finally. And now they have 3 minutes, less than 15 seconds on the clock.
I mean, you got to wake up eventually from Groundhog Day, and it was the same old res after res, but they finally get that point cap. 3 minutes is plenty of time as well. They had a pretty good hold here on DARKZERO, at least for the time being, but they're going to have to not let up any momentum. Bedtime Stories 94, just trying to get a little bit of poke damage to get this thing rolling. Rad does have plenty, Vic. Don't use it all here, but they've got exactly.
Oh, is it big?
The Agamotto to get 3 from it. Holy.
See, this is what I like. Guru should play this. It's a consistent pick, and it's so much better than Angela. I love it.
To bring them back, Gilbert Noodle trying to make the plays as he finds the success, finding everybody.
That's actually really good for them.
It is a team wipe.
For DARKZERO
to clear the space.
Oh my gosh, finally deleting the file respawn EXE. Great job there from Rad as they push in the back point here. Portal coming out. Guru with the portal, gonna close and seal off the doors. Actually like this approach, right? With the time they need left.
Did they get it? Oh, I think it's a little too late.
Who is left behind? We're unsure though as the undefeatable comes out. Other players have to rotate now. Smash coming down with the arm and Dangerous again slams it down. Vicky so close, but nothing from it thus far. Bedtime Story now with the legendary Impunity to match. Everybody gonna have to follow the Freedom Trail to stay alive.
Everyone had that invisible boundary to help them out from Rad, and with Bedtime Story still taking to the skies here, trying to put that harassment. Impunity had just used that Freedom Charge. Velocity, look at where Velocity and Kurova's positioning are specifically going to be, because that's going to be the win con, as the Karmic Revival is going to be what they want in this fight.
Serbian King.
Impunity staying
Unlike you, Guru can play more than one character.
Again. He gets the copy, God of Mischief here,
and also Guru doesn't go
on the other side,
19 and 18 in my games on their one trick.
It was an unfortunate accident, as that Karmic Revival would have gone even harder.
I'm not gonna let you forget that. 19 and 18 on Guru in my game.
From Mantis to Star-Lord.
Come on, man.
Silent but deadly Guru. What a job. What a performance thus far. 2 minutes 32 seconds. They're gonna have to obviously go the distance. Can they have any time to spare? Gonna be tough with all the reses. Kurova at 90% velocity, far from it. But should rotate here. Vicky, I mean, just trying to get the pace in the back line. Wow, okay, that's huge on at least stalling the rotation of respawns, right? Because now velocity is gonna be a mile behind Kurova, and they can at least get a little bit of budge.
May actually be forced to hold on to it for a bit just because of that, because they want to time those ultimates side by side with one another. But Bedtime Story, the MVP right now for Rad, has find these crucial picks off the back line. He finds Motor again, and here goes Kurova, born again.
See, this is how Guru should be playing the whole series, bro. That's actually kind of unfortunate. I think there's so much things going on that
with that soul resurgent here again, as Smash comes down, he finds Guru and he gets the next reset, and Gale is there to bring them back.
even with the triple Augo, not successful, but Gale brings him back in this fight, doing their best DARKZERO impression, coming back into this thing. Bedtime does have that legendary. Gilbert can follow. Once again, got to stay up, can't stagger here. Here comes the ultimate.
Ooh, yo, Rad is okay. Oh,
Rad looking for the comeback and smash.
Rad might bring this back, chat. Imagine if Rad reverse sweeps. That would be a. That would be insane.
Figured it out, it seems here.
Imagine Rad reverse sweeping.
Just yet. You have less than a minute now coming up on the clock. They have Forky Dog in the invisible boundary. They have Bedtime Story, but look at this velocity close to that God of Mischief as Impunity uses the Freedom Charge to allow everyone to get that support that they need to continuously push them back.
Pushing in now, Gilbert throwing down the walls. Good sustain here. The legendary ready to go at any time for Bedtime Stories. Velocity, though, did rotate around finally. Other teams are far from it, though. And oh, wow, what a focus. No one there to keep him up. 40 down.
Oh, no, bro.
That one back. Gale getting close to round.
Dude, they were looking so good. And then I just.
You can't get these picks and sustain. DARKZERO knows it. They're pushing up. Guru, though, wants it. He's fighting. Pizza Demon opens up with the ultimate.
Oh, no. You got to get.
It's a smash down. And they're cracking down now as the Eye of Agamotto goes out once again. Vicky, 1, 2. Can they make it 3?
Born again. I love it, bro. Oh my god. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight, close my eyes, and just hear fucking Born Again every single second.
With Bedtime Story, but the Born Again.
Born Again. Woo!
Overtime now.
Wait, Velocity. What is Velocity?
Velocity 2 had just used up that God of Mischief, and now with the invisible boundary, the sustain is there for Rad.
Yeah, but here it is.
Wait, Impunity. You gotta pop that ult, bro. Gotta pop that ult. Save your team, bro.
Overtime is ticking. This is it. Will Rad be pushed to lower bracket or DARKZERO win this thing and make it to the upper bracket semifinals now as Impunity continues to push on as the cap to sustain. Bedtime Story good.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, Chad. This is insane. Bedtime Story. Bedtime Story is gonna pop off right here. Oh shit, chat. We got ourselves a game. Overtime. 1-1. Both teams tapped.
Job's not over yet, but they shut down that Bucky right when he tried to pop the trigger on the Kraken impact. Good timing, but that was the best look we have seen from Rad.
I want to see the stats.
Long.
Yeah, just the confidence.
Yo, Guang, show me the stats.
We have not seen from them now, at least against the teams to this measure. I mean, just so well done. Every fight, obviously, from here matters so much.
Today will be a short day. Bro, even
charge up is going to be exactly
it's 2-0 right now, bro.
I mean, did you go? Who do you got? You got Rad with the momentum.
Yo, Guang.
DARKZERO will start first on offense.
They have to reset their mindset because let's be honest, that one.
Look at the stats of this guy.
Oh
my!
From Velocity, not only
smash 25 final hits, 43,000 damage. Oh, bro.
But that copy over onto the Captain
God
America
damn!
allowed them to waste even more time away before they got that second checkpoint.
Man, both teams throwing haymakers. More resurrections than I can. I've lost track of how many lives have been lost and restored. As we take a look here, we got
Brother, that doesn't matter.
The counter.
You think 3 L's don't matter
in terms of Guru and what he can put together? Nothing has been successful thus far. I don't know. I almost would like the portal to be for the sustained effort on defense, but they're confident they can maybe get this.
Maybe this time around, they're not expecting it. Trying to see if they can try to isolate the backline real quick as Guru puts it up. Looks at them right through the window, and he finds a jump on smash. Talk about the placement 2 on that group wall.
Oh! Holy timing. There was like a Kamehameha coming out of that thing. Holy Lord, they get one out. If it wasn't for the wall, it would have been done there. Huge save from Madara.
That was very interesting. I like that.
Oh, man, what an aggressive approach. What a different look. The all-in mentality to try to make this thing 2-1 now. Velocity throwing down the clones, keeping up everybody. Ults are hard to come by in this part of the match, folks. 20 seconds. Everyone's pretty far from it, but getting close.
Amazing, though, being on that Punisher, the difference maker here, and just trying to clean up whatever is left of Rad once they know that that Karmic Rival comes out.
Uh-oh, chat. Guess we're about to see in about 15% from Kurova. I hope you guys are ready. We haven't heard it in about a few seconds.
As Rad go for the reset, and the final judgment is met with the invisible boundary through the window through the soul, and he's trying to go in,
both teams did it.
As Kurova was behind with the Karmic Revival to bring them.
You gotta stay on it. You gotta stay on it. You gotta stay on it, bro.
Kurova got the revival. survival this fast is absolutely ridiculous. And now just like that, the
yeah, how the hell do you get a fucking res in a minute? Both teams did.
But once again, coming back from the dead, it's all
what velocity? Velocity, bro! The fuck was that?
Tick, tick, goes the point and the clock. They wish to have that portal back now. It's going to be the full reset. If you're looking at DARKZERO, I mean, that's definitely the best in what you want from the team. Impunity flies back into it from the portal of his own. Smash with a quick stagger on Gale. Vicky, I mean, moments away. Kurova, how?
Look at the overtime, Cozy. It is literally a pixel away. They cannot get off this point. They have no room to breathe. They have the extra credit now while getting this payload moving. They're looking to walk the dog.
I think RAD Esports needs to go fast. The only old DARKZERO has is just Mantis.
With the way that bedtime story has been isolating the strategist back
the longer they take for the the longer before they go in and initiate this, the more ults that DARKZERO is gonna build.
Kurova back to 62% and climbing here.
Oh, they know.
Huge Agamotto has continued to open the eye and find success now as the shields are up. He dives out, finds both strategists there in the back line.
Nice.
Goes to the pop, the 1-2, bedtime stories to follow.
Nice.
Right
nice.
Good night. As far as this push approach goes for DARKZERO, and that's exactly what you're looking for.
There you go.
92 trying to farm it up. You can't get away with it, sir. Not an
Wait,
overtime.
why didn't they
another
use...
res. I mean, I would say great hold, Vic. They were so
Chat, why didn't they use
to a
Mantis?
dominant hold.
Still winnable. With the way that RAD took the attack when they were here, so winnable right now. That was the best case it could have in that moment because Kurova not having that res.
No, like, bro, even if you know, even if you hear,
before he saw his team,
no, even if you hear like an ult about to go off, bro, you're the only defensive supportal. You should be reactive to that, bro.
DARKZERO and harassing them and getting away with it.
Wow, just wow.
No,
I mean, that was played very well. In terms of RAD,
he didn't know.
I mean, I gotta go back and just see how Kurova went from like 50% to 100 in seconds there as we take a look.
Headshots.
yeah, seriously. I mean, at it.
68 and 12.
Final hits. What a demon. 45 damage. Can't complain. 65k from Porky Dog too. Same as last time. Just
51,000 damage.
What could be our final match? Insanity.
The 26 final hits, the 27 from like wow. And then you even look at how Gale's been performing on this Adam Warlock again. That's why they have to use the protection
they
to
got
make
caught
sure
by
that
the strange ult. But
just
chat, that's not what I'm saying.
Ban
bro,
what Gale has.
I am 73 years old, and if I heard a strange ult coming in the last fight, I would still instinctively pop my support.
RAD coming out of the gates.
All castles hold the biggest villain, and Vicky, I gotta say, Frank Castle there for Amazing is one of the biggest when it comes to clutchness. He can hit every shot now as it's
okay. Let's see this. RAD Esports has a chance to take this to 1.
Focus like the effort here, and the focus giving his team some room to push in, and just constant pressure there. From Star-Lord has been sniped out a couple times. Strategists need to keep an eye on him. Up Main Street is Guru and friends as they continue to push up at Amazing 44 and 50% in climbing.
Look at Kurova's ult economy here too, with Velocity shortly following up afterwards. Bedtime Story saying, look at me as he flies onto the high ground once again, wrapping behind DARKZERO, trying to harass the strategist backline, maybe even force out these lamps from Velocity as he's also close to that God of Mischief. But with Porky Dog finding Impunity, that's a first big pick, and there is no Karmic Revival to bring him back.
83%, 86 and climbing. They got to find that back into strategist. It's going to be the same song, same dance once again. They won't be able to carry the threat on. Gale's close behind, but it's Velocity first. Going to get the Born Again ready again for this team. Bedtime Story's unable to get him out. There it is.
Wait, what is that?
Kurova as well to match it. They can go either way. Judge, jury, Amazing. The clutch genius.
Holy shit, bro. No one died.
RAD Esports on them now with the imprisonment. Guru gets it. Oh my.
Gilbert!
Oh my god, Gilbert was smart right there, bro. I thought he was gonna get that kill. And that Born Again! Uh-oh, chat. Uh-oh. DARKZERO!
They cannot get it off yet.
Bro.
Gale has the res. This would be a win of a
chat.
lifetime after what was a tough
chat.
and opening now as Medar's looking for their strange on. Oh my gosh.
Ult him! Ult him! Oh, he got the kill! Damn! Oh, he didn't get the stun! Oh my god.
Goodbye, RAD.
What a game. What a game. What a game, bro.
Can you imagine?
What a fucking game, bro.
I mean, Gale tucked in a corner.
He went to... Oh, bro, hey.
Dark Zero.
The fact that I just saw Adam Warlock res themselves, and then Doctor Strange tried to stun him, and the stun didn't work. No, chat. They're gonna need they're gonna need a nerf Spider-Man, bro.
Oh,
That's fucking crazy.
Performance from RAD, man. The way that they almost turned that around, that was probably
also, if I went 72 and 13 in my fucking comp game, and I fucking lost, I'm fighting someone.
For this team, highlighting what
72 from Bedtime Stories.
dude.
I'm fighting someone, bro.
72 elims and he only went down 13.
Actually,
Bedtime Story was a whole problem. Like the way that Bedtime Story was splitting so much of that attention. 72. That is insane.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
There at the end, he just was unable to seal it. But I mean, straight up, it was the strategy that won. You know, it's bronze versus brain sometimes.
That was a good game, bro.
Successful this time around.
I know that RAD lost, but that was a really good fucking game. If they played like that the whole entire series, this could have been absolutely insane.
My biggest boost in a player in terms of who I was impressed with this time around. We know what to expect from the other guys. Madara, though, had clutch after clutch play.
Yeah, what is it like Madara? When Madara's not allowed to play Emma, which is like where Madara shines the best, in my opinion. Here he comes, not only impressing me with the Groot, but the Doctor Strange plays. He had 105,000 damage blocked, whereas Gilbert.
Sorry that everyone voted on RAD. DARKZERO won. Congratulations.
Had 115 times.
Wait, how much money? $1.5 million just gone. Ooh. Enjoy DARKZERO.
I mean, I can tell you right now what FlyQuest is doing is they're looking at this and they're like, okay, well, Loki or Adam will not be making it together because it's just too much consistency.
Also, I didn't know that you couldn't stun. I didn't know you couldn't stun, what do you call it, Adam when he's rezzing. I didn't know he was CC immune. I actually never tried to CC him in general. I didn't even know that. You learn something new every day, chat.
Difference maker as we take a look at our MVP. We know the SVP at Bedtime Stories, 70+ eliminations. This time over for the winning team.
No.
Rightfully so.
Not yet, Ada.
With 105,000 damage, 105 damage block, 50,000 damage to
Not
boot,
yet. Nope.
15
Nope.
final
I got
hits.
it. Nope.
Holy stat line, holy win. That was insane.
I don't know what he ate for breakfast this morning because in that previous game where he was Groot, because they literally got Vanguard target banned, Madara had like 91,000 damage blocked. And
no, Rad's not out of the tournament. It's double elimination. They go down to the losers bracket.
To impress
me.
And I do agree with
good shit, guys.
You said it a little earlier that instead of the Magneto ban, you would have liked
look
to
at that.
See
Yo, the MVP is in the chat right now. Chat, look at him.
The pick and ban phase.
The MVP
influences our games right before they
good
start.
shit. Good shit. Good shit.
A composition that we literally just saw for game number 2.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know about you. I'm getting over Gale hiding in the corner and Madara sniffing that out so clean and then successfully.
Yo, good fight on that res, by the way, dude. Good fight on that res.
Agamotto clutch in the veins.
Good fucking fight on that res. That was insane.
RAD ESPORTS is pushed down the lower bracket. DARKZERO moving forward. Pure cinema.
This is how you start off the
Also,
playoffs.
did you know that you can't stun on Adam Warlock when he's rezzing? I actually didn't know that.
How desperate they want it. How desperate.